We are at Paradise Cave at the Phong Nha-Ke Bang National Park.
Yeah.
So
Paradise Cave inside a national park recognized by UNESCO to become natural heritage.
we will start our journey now. We have been with us, our guide, and we have Tani along with us. So we are starting the hardest trek to Paradise Cave, the driest and the largest cave in Asia. And we are inside the jungle at the Phong Nha-Ke Bang National Park. This is the trail that we'll be initially taking to the buggy ride to the entrance. We'll board a buggy because it's a 1 kilometer walk from here to the mouth of the cave. So we have purchased tickets for the buggy ride, so we'll be going through a buggy, using a buggy. So looking forward. So we are in the buggy. This is what is going to take us to the bottom of the mountain through the jungles, and from there we'll start our 500 steps hike up to the mouth of the Paradise Cave. So our buggy ride has started. We'll be going to the mouth of the cave. So this is the jungle through which we are going. The path have been cemented, so it has been paved out very well, so not any risk. And interestingly, we have a female driver. That's really the good part of this buggy trip, female empowerment. So you can see the jungle around here. So I'll just pan and show you what we are seeing. There's the road ahead for us. So it's an amazing trip till now. It's cold, it's chilly. It's typically not the summer season right now, right here. So there's chill in the air, plus it's jungle, it's cold. And this is the same place, not this place per se, but this area I would say was hugely bombed by the Americans during the Vietnam War, the 20-year war that happened here right from 1954 to 1974-75. Because these jungles were extensively used by the Viet Cong guerrillas and the North Vietnamese army to make inroads into South Vietnam. So we have been advised not to go out of track because lots of ammunition were dropped on this place, and there might be cases where live ammunition might still be in the jungles and nobody knows where, because this jungle is huge. Quang Binh Province. Looks like we have come to the end of our buggy ride. Looks like, not sure, because there are many buggies around parked here. So looking forward. So this shows that we are at the entrance. This is the entrance way. We are at the bottom of the mountain and we will go 570 meters that way, as was pointed out by Bin. And the Paradise Cave, as I'd already mentioned, the largest, driest cave in Asia, is waiting for us over there. So this is the start of our climb, 570 meters. So we are starting. So I will document our entire journey right up to the entrance of the Paradise Cave. It will take some time, bear with me, and I'll talk less so that you can hear the quiet jungle sounds. Tanya with me is exhausted. We have another family of two with two small kids. Not sure how they're going to make it. Tanya is exhausted, panting. I am trying to keep up, going by the fact that I walk regularly, so it's a difficult climb per se. It's inclined, it's not a flat surface. So let's see what's in store for us. We were told there were 6 levels. So one level ends, the climb rises a bit. You see there's a demarcation where there's an increase in height of the next level. So we are just on level 2. 4 more levels to grow. It's enjoyable but difficult. It's not a rest point per se, but there's a small cemented seat being made at regular intervals. So I'm just sitting and resting a bit. It's easy for the local and the guide to climb, but we're not used to at such high altitudes. Oxygen levels might be a bit less. We are a bit short of breath, but nonetheless taking a bit of a rest. We are in the final leg of our ascent to Paradise Cave, 570 meters. So I can see some man-made objects, maybe out far lights glowing, so that might be the entrance to the cave. You can see how steep the climb is right now. They are actually inclined, if I'm not mistaken, at a minimum angle of 30 to 40 degrees to the horizon. It's steep, we are climbing up the mountains, but it's fun. And as I tilt my camera, the limestone mountain become visible all around us. We are almost at the top, not the top, I would say 50% of the top. That's where the cave entrance is. So it's mountains all around us and the entrance to the Paradise Cave. I would again like to take this opportunity to thank Ayon from Jatrik Travel Agency for making this happen, in spite of him saying nothing to see in Phong Nha, but I insisted and we finally came to see one of the most beautiful caves in all of Vietnam. And thanks to the local tour operators around here for a comfortable ride from the hotel to this cave, and the wonderful guide we have in Ben, who has been very supportive, helpful and definitely very knowledgeable. We are currently in the resting area, so we'll rest a bit before the home run, the final ascent into the Paradise Caves. This is the descent into the cave. So fairly well maintained, very well maintained I would say, steps, and we are descending into the caves. We have around 300 steps down and then 300 steps up. So the cave now comes into your view.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Paradise Cave. And as you know, Paradise Cave located inside Phong Nha-Ke Bang National Park. And nowadays it already become natural heritage recognized by UNESCO in 2003. So nowadays it's very famous in Phong Nha-Ke Bang. And now I will tell you the story how to find this cave. And why people name this cave is Paradise, because it's so amazing, so beautiful, nothing can compare with it. And that's why they name this cave is Paradise. And now I will tell you the story how to find this cave. As you know, this area is a highland, mountainous area. So before, the local people must base on the mountainous area for their life. Every day they often went to the forest to looking for something for their life. But and on the way, the local man feel very tired. He sit down and take rest. So suddenly he hear a strong wind blow from the jungle. So he think that maybe something happened around here very strangely. He continue going. He realize a small hole. This hole, that is hole. Yes. And at that time he shout loudly. So and the echo sound is bigger and bigger. So he sure that maybe there is a cave here, a big cave here. And he continue going. He realize this hole. And at that time, equipment with him very simple. Only the rope and the small line and small knife. He used the rope to climb down from this hole with the distance about 60 meters in height. And when he reached inside, he feel very surprising about this cave. Go and go deeper and deeper, longer and longer. No limit how many kilometers inside. Only darkness inside. Yeah, and you can say that he was a bravery man at that time. Yeah, because maybe monster inside the cave, maybe big animal inside the cave, yeah? But he was very bravery man at that time. And he just went about 1 kilometer and then he decided to come back to tell his story with his friend, with his family, with his authority. So since then, information was now around the world. Yeah, so the team discovery of the case come here to survey, and it took for them 4 years to survey from 2005 to 2009. And after surveys, they announced that this cave very potential for tourism. Yeah, for tourism. So the investor come from my hometown already invented this cave. Yeah, and it's very amazing to say that only during 1 year they finished everything, all the items, outside and inside, everything, and even though this one. Yeah. So this cave officially opened for tourism in 2010. So up to now already 15 years. So it's very early for the tourism. Unlike the Phong Nha Cave, the first cave belonged to Phong Nha-Ke Bang, service for the tourists. But this cave until 2005. Yes, right. And after that, after survey, they another great measure. The measure is very great. The total of this cave is 31.4 kilometers. Yes, and the highest point 100 meters in height, and the wide the same size too. Yeah, but although this cave 31.4 kilometers, but open for tourism only 7 kilometers. And inside 7 kilometers, there are 2 different tours. 1 kilometer for normal tour and 7 kilometers for adventure tour. And today we will do 1 kilometer. Yeah, and you know the investor, they very clever. They decided to the bridge, bridge inside the cave. So it's very easy for the tourists to walk and look around, and nice, very beautiful. Yeah, and this cave found by local man. His name is Ho Khanh, and up to now he still lives in Phong Nha area.
Hello everyone, we are here today at the Paradise Caves, discovered in 2005, complete survey done in 2009 and open for public in 2010. So it's just 15 years old. It's a very nascent cave. Yes, it stretches 31.4 kilometers, 7 kilometers available for visitors and 1 kilometer for a normal tour. The remaining kilometer beyond the first kilometer is for adventurers wherein you trek, you go on extended trails. So today we are doing the 1 kilometer normal tour. So all around me you can see it's a huge cave. You know what's important, what's unique about this cave system? This is Asia's largest driest cave, and it's here, right here in Vietnam at the Phong Nha-Ke Bang National Park, Phong Nha, Quang Binh Province. So around me you can see beautiful rock formations. It was discovered by a local gatherer who had come to gather stuff from the surrounding mountains and jungle. So this area where the Ke Bang National Park, Phong Nha-Ke Bang National Park is located, it was heavily bombed by the Americans during the Vietnam War using napalm. And the Viet Cong and the local guerrillas, the North Vietnamese armies, used the same roads and jungles to counter their effects and to keep their supply lines constant, making it unhindered so that the war efforts against the Americans could be continued. So one such gatherer came in and he found a loud noise. So once he started inspecting through a hole, he found that there's a huge cave system, and that's how this cave was discovered in 2005. So all around me you can see this huge cave system. So behind me, I don't know whether you're visible, Bin is here. I would invite Bin to come and shed a few light about this extraordinary cave system. Bin, if you can come and say something.
Yes.
This has been our local tour guide. So I would like you to say something about this cave.
Okay. Yeah. So this cave, although located inside Phong Nha-Ke Bang for a very long time before, but before nobody knew about this cave, and especially no channel to tell us. People already been here before. Yeah, it's different with Phong Nha Cave.
Okay.
Phong Nha Cave have evidence to say that old Champa people have been there before, 7th century and 9th century. But this one, no sir.
So this cave was never colonized by Otampa people. So this was the first time that cave was discovered by humans in 2005, as I just already mentioned, and Ben also confirmed the same.
Yeah.
So we'll explore other parts of the cave. Thank you, Ben.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
This is another huge stalactite formation you can see here. It's very colorful, it's brightly colored. I'll just zoom in on a bit to show you. It's very colorful and looking eerily out of the world. So you can see it's very, very, very unique, and you can understand how rainwater has seeped in through the rocks and actually formed this magnificent structure. It's a dry cave right now, but back in the days when this cave was maybe being formed millions of years ago, so at that point of time the rainwater had seeped from the top and formed these huge stalactites and stalagmites which we are viewing here today. This is another part of the cave. So you can see huge stalactites formed. If I move my camera, you can see even more stalactites. Amazing rock formations, amazing. No words can describe it. I don't know how to describe these beautiful structures unless you see with your eyes. It's not doing justice to these cave formations. That's the ceiling that you're seeing. This is what we are seeing too, but definitely I can give you a perspective, but I can't give you the experience. It's similar to watching cricket on TV. You're watching the match, you're getting the perspective, but definitely the experience is mesmerizing. And these stalactites are beautiful. So definitely it was difficult for us. There are water dripping from the top, so even water now is seeping, and maybe again in a few million years where we are standing will again new stalactites might be formed there. This is another part of the cave. So you can see huge stalactites formed. If I move my camera, you can see even more stalactites. Amazing rock formations, amazing. No words can describe it. I don't know how to describe these beautiful structures unless you see with your eyes. It's not doing justice to these cave formations. That's the ceiling that you're seeing. This is what we are seeing too, but definitely I can give you a perspective, but I can't give you the experience. It's similar to watching cricket on TV. You're watching the match, you're getting the perspective, but definitely the experience is mesmerizing. And these stalactites are beautiful. So definitely it was difficult for us. There are water dripping from the top, so even water now is seeping, and maybe again in a few million years where we are standing will again new stalactites might be formed there. This is another section of the cave. So the structures are based entirely on your imagination. Yes, they have natural geological formations, but how you interpret the structures are your imaginative capabilities. So I came to know this looks like the head of the Buddha. Now if you really push your imagination, you really push your head hard into it, you actually visualize the head of Buddha. And next to it you can see an elephant. Yes, it's not an elephant, it's a stalagmite connected in between, but you can understand it looks like elephant, and on the top of the elephant you can see the face of Jesus Christ. Yes, we are not religious, but unfortunately if you push your imagination you can see that the head of Jesus Christ looks familiar. Let's not go into something which is religious. It's just based on perceptions and imaginative capabilities of people around here. So respecting that, we in this section of the cave we saw these two unique structure formation. This is what a stalactite looks like. We have all read in the books. It's a stalactite. It's a natural cave formation where water seeps in through the limestones and drips down, and once the water drips down or evaporates, this deposits, the limestone deposits along with other minerals are deposited. As per my tour guide Bin, I came to know that these grow at the rate of 0.001 millimeters a year. So it took a staggering 350 to 400 million years to form this entire cave system. I will just zoom in and show you the tip of a stalactite, what it looks like, and it's still forming. It's not that it has stopped growing, it's still forming. Water is dripping and the formation is continuing. So this is what a real life stalactite looks like, and to get the best experience, you definitely need to come to Paradise Cave, Phong Nha-Ke Bang National Park. This right here in front of you is a stalagmite. It starts forming when water drips from the top and it gets deposited and the water evaporates, and whatever remains, the dissolved minerals, in this extent case around this region of the Phong Nha-Ke Bang National Park, it's primarily the karst mountains made with limestones. So this is how it forms. When the water evaporates, the limestone deposits settle down, and over millions of years, 350 to 400 millions to be exact, it grows at the rate of 0.001 millimeters per year, and these structures are formed. These are called stalagmites. In the previous video I had told you about the stalactites, which form from the ceiling, and the stalagmites, which forms from bottom up. These are still growing. I'll just zoom in at the tip where the deposits are still happening. We have been asked not to touch any stalactite or stalagmite because the sweat in our hands and the dissolved salt, that sodium chloride in our hands, prevents further growth of the stalactites or the stalagmites. So this is a stalagmite for you. This time around we are at just vertically beneath the highest point in the cave system. And if it's huge, but I'm more focused and concentrated on this amazing colors that are on the walls of this cave. They are brown, they are slightly grayish, white, green, and all these amazing colors add on to the experience of the Paradise Caves. So I'll just pan out the camera and show you the vivid colors. Unless there was any light, we would not have understood the vividness of this entire walls of the cave. But yes, with modern technology, the colors have become very vivid and bright as well. So you can see dark shades of brown from minerals dissolved in the water when the caves were formed. Maybe brown might be iron, might be copper, not certain of what the minerals. Green is definitely copper. And if I focus on just the rocks, the limestone rocks around here, so basically the limestone rocks or slate that we call them are grey in color. So I'll just zoom in on one of the grey limestone deposit here. So what you are seeing here is the raw limestone. Water has not seeped in through this part of the limestone. While you move beside, so these you see the darker colors. These had water with dissolved minerals. Hence the minerals were also deposited and left untouched through years of erosion and seeping water. It's an amazing view. It's something that you normally don't see anywhere other than the Paradise Cave at Phong Nha-Ke Bang National Park, Quang Binh Province, Vietnam. So this was the stalagmite we were talking about, which is growing, and we just found another stalagmite growing. I'll just zoom in. You can see pools of water and baby nascent stalagmites being formed. Water is dripping from the top, falling on these mounds, and slowly they will grow up as stalagmites like the ones we had just showed you. So this is nature at its best. We don't even know. If you focus properly, you can see drops of water falling on this baby mounds. I'll just pause the video here for a while so that you can see water falling on it. There was the water falling on the left mound, another on the right mound. So this is how they drip over the years and stalagmites form. This is another beautiful sculpture. I wouldn't say sculpture, it's a natural rock formation behind me. It's formed. You can still hear the sound of water dripping at the top of it. You can see it's wet. That means it's under formation. It will form into a huge structure over many millions of years. And I can still smell the water that's seeping. I can hear the water that's falling on it. And you can see it's wet. So this is something that you wouldn't see in other caves, because as I told you earlier also, this is the largest, driest and longest cave in Asia. So just stare at it and you just feel how tiny you are in the grand scheme of things. A speck in this vast cave system. We just met a few people who completed the 7-kilometer trek. So what I came to know is after 1 kilometer, that's for normal tourists, there is no lights, there are no boats. You just get a headlight in your swim costume and you swim or kayak into the system. So plans are there to expand it to 10 kilometers, but it's a future plan. I'll just zoom in and show you that it's wet and water is still dripping. If you can see properly, water droplets. That's the beauty of this place. It's sort of a giant organism still growing. It never stops. Where there is water, life and these beautiful structures will continue to thrive. The stalactite I am going to show you is considered very special by the people around here. The reason, it looks like a tree. So Mother Nature plays in unique ways. So this is a tree-like structure that has been formed over years of deposition. So what I want to see here, what caught my eyes was this thing. These are basically salt deposits which you can see in its rare form. So these are the salts which are deposited, and over time they have hardened. These are the limestone minerals which have hardened over time. So this is unique for the locals, being a tree, and for people like us who want to know more. These are the salt deposits. In other places I did not find one, so I thought of recording this as well. This is the end of the 1 kilometer hike. It is still this point where there are safety rails, where there are walking boards. Beyond this, it's just water, kayaks, no lights other than a headlight, and no protection. So this is the cave where the next trail moves into. So this is the cave where the next trail moves into. So you get down on your feet and start walking. This is true untamed wilderness, but it's not for the faint-hearted. I'll just zoom in on the ceiling so you see the ceiling. So that's lighted up, it's looking wonderful. But once in the dark, it looks eerily, very different. It's not something that you and I would like to normally partake, but yes, it is something that you and I would definitely want to do someday. So that's it from the Paradise Cave at the Phong Nha-Ke Bang National Park. So this is the end of the trail in the Paradise Cave for us. Looking forward to some time when we will be going down the same trail. So this is, guys, we are at the end of the road at Paradise Cave in Phong Nha-Ke Bang National Park here in Quang Binh Province, Phong Nha, Vietnam. So I would like to ask our guide Minh to please come up. So I would take this opportunity to introduce everyone to Minh. She has been our tour guide for the past 2 days. We have been to the Phong Nha Cave. We are currently standing at the Paradise Cave. We had a plan for Dark Cave, but due to paucity of time and the cold weather outside, we are skipping that. So on the way, we will see what else activities we can partake in. So Ben here has been an amazing tour guide, and I would definitely recommend everybody to contact her. I'll share the details of her phone number, Vietnamese phone number, with her, and she will definitely take an amazing care of you for your stay here at Phong Nha. One point of mention here, Phong Nha, do come during the low season so that you can explore the caves better and you can make videos like we are making in peace and tranquility without other people interfering in our video footage or our photographs. So thank you so much, Ben, and thank you for your tour company also for this wonderful stay here at Phong Nha. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much. And behalf of Quang Binh people, thank you very much for your visiting us, right? Visiting the cave from my hometown, Quang Binh Province. Yes, and if anybody come here and enjoy with me, travel around Quang Binh, okay? Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
This is me signing off from Paradise Cave at Phong Nha-Ke Bang National Park, Quang Binh Province, Vietnam. And we begin our descent down from Paradise Cave. 500 steps, and then a buggy ride, and then we come to the parking area. Paradise Cave requires endurance, requires an athletic build, and definitely requires perseverance, because it's not an easy climb up or down to the cave mount entrance or into the cave. we met a person from Holland who was aged and she could not go inside because it was difficult for her on her knees. We are both climbing down carefully. The steps, though broad, are slippery, but nonetheless we have to do it because we can't stay in Paradise Cave forever. Yes, it's a place where you would love to visit, you would love to go on that extra trek, but for today it's downhill right now.